Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 16, Text 7, the chapter entitled Praise of King Prthu by professional reciters. Please repeat after me. Titikshati Akramam Vainya Upari Akramatam Api Bhutanam Karuna Saswat Artanam Kshitivrittiman Titikshati akramam vainya. Titikshati akramam vainya. Upari akramatam api. Upari akramatam api. Bhutanam karuna saswat. Bhutanam karuna saswat. Artanam kshitivrittiman. Artanam kshitivrittiman.
Titikshati akramam vainya.
Titikshati akramam vainya.
Upari akramatam api. Bhutanam karuna saswat. Artanam kshitivrittiman.
Titiksatyakramam vainya. Uparyakramatam api. Bhutanam karuna saswat. Artanam kshitivrittinam.
Titikshati akramam vainya. Upari akramatam api. Bhutanam karuna saswat. Artanam kshitivrittiman. Titikshati akramam vainya. Upari akramatam api. Bhutanam karuna saswat. Artanam kshitivrittiman.
Titikshati tolerates. Akramam offense. Vainya the son of King Vena. Upari on his head. Akramatam of those who are trampling. Api also. Bhutanam to all living entities. Karuna very kind-hearted. Saswat always. Artanam to the aggrieved. Kshitivrittiman accepting the profession of earth. Translation by His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. This King Prthu will be very, very kind to all citizens, even though a poor person may trample over the king's head by violating the rules and regulations, the king, out of his causeless mercy, will be forgetful and forgiving. As a protector of the world, he will be as tolerant as the earth itself. Purport. King Prthu is herein compared to the earthly planet as far as his tolerance is concerned. Although the earth is always trampled upon by men and animals, it will still give food to them by producing grains, fruits, and vegetables. As an ideal king, Maharaj Prthu is compared to the earthly planet. For even though some citizens might violate the rules and regulations of the state, he would still be tolerant and maintain them with fruits and grains. In other words, it is the duty of the king to look after the comforts of the citizens, even at the cost of his own personal convenience. This is not the case, however, in Kali Yuga, for in Kali Yuga, the kings and heads of the state enjoy life at the cost of taxes exacted from the citizens. Such unfair taxation makes the people dishonest, and the people try to hide their income in so many ways. Eventually, the state will not be able to collect taxes and consequently will not be able to meet its huge military and administrative expenses. Everything will collapse and there will be chaos and disturbance all over the state. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshuronmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandegam Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunadanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishwakanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpadarabhyasya Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Padidanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktarinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Karati Vachalam Pangam Langayate Girim Yatkripatamum Mande Shigarondhanataranam Paramanandamadavam Sri Chaitanyeshwaram. Except for the order of the management, I neither have any qualification nor do I have any realization to speak, to sit before you and speak this Bhagavatam class. So I need the blessings of all Prabhupada disciples and the senior devotees. I could say Murti Prabhu here. And I need the blessings of Kaunteya Prabhu. Hare Krishna. I love you actually. So, I don't know why I'm asked to speak on this verse, because it's more about tolerance, patience, and kind, So probably I felt I'm asked to cultivate these qualities, because, Anyway, so all the devotees who have come to attend this GBC college, So what is our take-home lesson from this wonderful verse? King Prthu is, this King Prthu will be very, very kind to all citizens. The Vandis and Magadas, they are actually glorifying him. So, to what extent he is forgiving? Even a poor person would come and kick on his head, trample over his head. He would forgive him. So, in other words, yesterday, Rupanuprabhu was telling, power corrupts, but if the king is like this, if he is tolerant, then tolerant and patient, the first word is actually, so then if the king is like that, then the citizens will be happy, king will be happy actually. The first word of this today is a titiksha. So one of the qualities of devotees is titikshava karunaka suhrada sarvadehinam ajata satrava santa sadhava sadhabhushanam. So devotee doesn't mean a particular dress. Devotee means qualities. A delta pilot can pilot the flight without the delta dress. But when he has this dress, it means he should be very conscious. I'm an employee of Delta, and whatever I do will reflect upon Delta Airlines. So it's more qualities. Vaishnavism is all about qualities. Bhakti is all about qualities. It's not about philosophy actually. If there are no people who will reflect, who will live as an example, showing this philosophy, there is no value for philosophy actually. Bhakti is all about behavior. It's not about quoting the verses. So I was thinking, what should I speak? Radhesham Prabhu, a couple of days ago, he said, as an administrator has to provide this PAW, protection, administration and welfare. Actually that day I really wanted to raise my hand and ask, a temple president of an ISKCON temple or any leader of ISKCON temple, how can he offer? So he cannot offer protection to the, probably protection, physical protection or emotional protection or protection of faith. Then I felt, there was no time. Protection of faith means a leader has to behave in such a way it protects the faith of the congregation. Not how nicely he gives a Bhagavatam class, how nicely he sings. But a leader has to behave in such a way it protects the faith of the people who are coming to temple. Administration, unless he possesses these qualities, administration, it will not be very successful. One day, I'm sorry to tell you this, many knew this story, but I'm talking to myself. Lord Ramchandra, after he was coronated as a king, and he arranged a bell. Anyone can come and ring the bell at any time, and he would administer justice. One day, middle of the night, one dog came and pulled the bell, bleeding. And Ramchandra got up and came. He is Supreme Lord. He asked, what happened to you? So in the dog language, dog complained. He was unnecessarily beaten up by this person. Then The case was tried, the person was brought to the court, the case was tried, and actually it was found out this person was wrong. Actually, he was a Brahman. He was wrong. Then Lord Ramchandra, before he announced the punishment, he asked the dog, what type of punishment you want me to give to this gentleman? Dog said, make him head of the temple, or in our language, make him temple president. And this is not temple president of Kali Yuga. This is Treta Yuga. Means, actually exact word is Mathadish. Make him the head of the temple. Means what a power, what a prestige, what a reverence he would command from people. Lord Ramchandra said, that is not a punishment, it's a benediction. Why are you asking like this? And the dog said, my lord, in my previous life, I was a temple president. I was the head of the temple, sense controlled. But I offended one devotee. And because of that, I got this dog birth. This person, he has no control in his tongue. He has no control in his senses. So much egoistic. And when there is a good possibility he'll abuse his power. My lord, you know what the future is. Because the conversation is happening in dog language, nobody could understand. The next day they put him on a big elephant. They took him around. He was given very, very warm reception. He was worshipped. This gentleman, wow, amazing, Haribol. He thought he would be severely punished. But, so this position, he never thought he would get it. Hare Krishna. So, this position, it's not actually any position in this world is very dangerous if somebody doesn't understand the repercussions. King has to take the 1/6 karma of the collective karma of the citizens. One lecture I heard, if only today kings knew this, when the election happens, this person will go to the other party, please take this position. And the other person said, no, you take the position. And we don't know that because Kali Yuga, everyone thinks it's only one life. So, Titiksha. Prabhupada is writing, actually Titiksha means tolerance. Prabhupada is writing, the king is very kind. Is very, very kind. So, like earth, Kshamaya Dharitri, earth is known for its tolerance. Kshama, forgiveness. I don't know if you know this, in Vedic culture, when people would get up in the morning, first thing they would do, they would offer obeisance to earth. One time Bhakti Marg Maharaj said, in a Vedic culture, nobody would touch anything with the feet. Because Andandrastha Brahmacharya Andrastam Govindam Adipurusham Tamam Bhajami. So the Supreme Lord is everywhere. So when we are making progress, it is not about what we speak, about the details. How we deal with the details. So, people would offer obeisances to earth. When the Europeans started actually conquering America, the Native American leaders said, you are filling America with arms. So this is like way before, in the very initial stages, the early settlers were trying to conquer. You are bringing all these arms and ammunition, but if you do not know how to deal with earth, a day will come, we'll curse ourselves for what we have done. And exactly that's happening after few centuries actually. So what can we learn? forgive, tolerance, patience. Matra Sparshasta Kaunteya. Actually, this verse is very significantly embedded. 2.13 or 2.12 to 2.30 is all about, hey, you're not the body, you're a spirit soul. You're not the body, you're a spirit soul. Verse after verse, Krishna is telling, you're not the body, you're a spirit soul. But why Krishna is embedding this in between this verse, which is totally relevant to the concept of you're not the body, you're a spirit soul. Why? Krishna is telling, but you don't know. You're not the body, you're a spirit soul. You think you're the body. Then you're exposed to 4 plus 3, 7. Birth, old age, disease and death problems. And 3 miseries. Misery due to body and mind. Adhyatmika. Misery due to nature. Adidevika. Misery due to other living entities. Atibhautika. Tolerate. Tam titiksha samarata. Matras Varshas the Gaunteya Sitoshna Sukadukata Agama Apayano Anitya. Temporary. Happiness and distress, they are temporary. They are impermanent, like seasons. Tolerate Arjuna. Tam Titikshasva Bharata. Son doesn't listen, children don't listen. Tolerate. Spouse doesn't listen. Tolerate. Things don't go well the way you want. Tolerate. Temple president, everybody comes. Bhagavatam class, I was living here for a very long time. And Sunday feast statistics, you want to know? How many of you want to know? One time maybe it changed, I don't know now. Sunday feast statistics of any ISKCON temple, at least New Vrindaban, 10 years ago. Kirtan, 40 people. Because you can jump up and down, dance. You can really pray. You can lose your weight. And then the lecture. 2 people, including the speaker, me. Everyone will go away. Because everyone thinks I know everything, I don't need to. Tolerate. And prasadam, 220 people. Don't know where these guys have been. Suddenly they appear, they converge at the prasadam table. So anyway, the point is, I'm sorry, excuse me. So tolerate. Tam titikshasva bharata. But one day I was meditating on this verse. Why my chanting is not good? I'm trying my best. Recently in New York, Bhakti Vaibhav Maharaj is giving class. He said, after 15 years of chanting, I realized I have not chanted even one round. I said, oh, what is this? That's a heavy statement. So somebody said, you can apply techniques. But the third verse of Sikshashtakam, which I could never apply in my life, if you can apply, you'll attain the perfection very soon. Humbler than blade of grass, more tolerant than tree, not expecting respect, giving respect to everyone. Then Krishna will be dancing on our tongue all the time. I want to know. Okay. So what is that? Tolerate. And if you are very kind, tolerance is easy. If you are very humble, tolerance is easy. Trinadabi sunichanna. If you are humble, then second aspect doesn't come at all. We don't find fault with anybody. Lord Chaitanya is telling, even if you are humble, there will be somebody who will give you trouble. Tolerate. And if you are very kind, what is kindness? Prabhupada. Prabhupada never spoke philosophy, huge philosophy. One day when hippie stayed back after eating for so long, just to see what's happening, he sat down. Suddenly he felt like going inside. He went inside. There, he saw Swamiji washing pots. 70-year-old man. and washing pots. Swamiji, can I help you? Prabhupada said, thank you. Prabhupada never asked anybody. He would cook for them, he would feed them, he would give a small lecture, and once everyone leaves, he would wash the pots. I heard this example in this place, in the temple room couple of years ago. That will melt the hearts. Of course, I could never apply in my life. One day Prabhupada went to a store in Manhattan. He picked up all the groceries, came to the cash register, cash counter. The accountant said, so, sir, $39. Actually $37. Prabhupada, Indians knew this. We bargain. We make it half. Prabhupada said, $37? All these items in my country, they will not cost more than $2. By the way, will you give for $2? No, sir, you cannot bargain. He showed the plaque, no bargain. I know America imports a lot of foodstuffs from all over the world. So definitely, you have to pay money on that. By the way, will you give it for $3? No, sir, cannot. I know. So, New York State taxes are very high, and you need to get from different parts of the world. You spend a lot of money. By the way, will you give it for $4? So, no, sir, we cannot. Apart from New York State, city taxes are also there. Transportation is becoming costly nowadays. By the way, will you give it for $5? So, no, sir, it will not come. I'm sure Indians knew this. I'm asking you last time, will you give it for $5? Means you want to leave. Means that is your final astra, final weapon to tempt the seller. Will you give? I'll go. Will you give it or not? I'll go otherwise. That guy said coolly, no, sir, there is no bargain. And then this gentleman put his hand in his pocket, took out. Do you think I have purchased all these groceries for me? No. These boys and girls, they'll come. They're abandoned by the society. They don't have anybody to look at. So they'll come to my doorstep looking for food. And it showed, I only have $5. Will you give it for $5? And that childlike innocence, when Prabhupada pleaded to him, this accountant who never met Prabhupada in his life took that $5. From his pocket he took $31 and he said, take it. Swamiji was not interested to load philosophy. How Lord Chaitanya is a combination of Radha Krishna. He was longing to give food. Not just food, prasad, where he can bring the expected transformation for which he has prepared his whole life for. Cars and bungalows will not save. At the time of death, we cannot take anything with us. We may be accumulating money in the banks. 50 years later, that money will be there, but we won't be there. Create a bank account that will come with you today. Tomorrow will never come. That is kindness. That is a true kindness. But when he grew up, when the organization grew, how many problems he faced? Yesterday I was dressing and I was listening to the lecture. Prabhupada, so-and-so person, he is quarreling. Prabhupada said, he quarrels with everyone. Did Prabhupada tell him to leave? No, he never said. Kindness. Kulada Prabhu temple president told me one time, Prabhupada would say, there were no Indians those days actually. Even if they were there, they were not part of it. Some Americans would come, rich Americans, and Prabhupada would say, sure, I am doing this. Prabhu said, suddenly one hippie, one crazy man, he'll jump from the altar. Hey! The guy said, hey, this is a crazy place. It's not a temple, church. And one day our temple president complained, Prabhupada, these people are ruining our donor base. Prabhupada said, the whole world abandoned them. I will not. Prabhupada tolerated their shortcomings. Prabhupada is kind. Prabhupada is very kind. Usually what happens when we have a problem with somebody, I want to say one line. Trust me, before the quarrel becomes verbal or physical further, we don't like one thing they do. Maybe the way they walk, the way they speak, the way they eat, something in them that we don't like. It starts inside. And that will eventually manifest as a mental. Like a disease is psychosomatic, eventually it will manifest as a physical disease. Likewise, when we cannot get along with somebody, long before it happens, we cannot like something they do, for sure. Then because of the three modes, the interaction happens, then it will become mental to verbal. Then what do we do? When they are coming like this, we turn like this. Maya's iron curtain. We live in the same room. We cannot look into their eyes. When they look at us, and when we look at them, same room, we live together. It is true with the family, it is true with the wife and husband, it is true with parents and children, it is true with devotees. How many of us agree? How many of us agree? Then what? Then the gap increases, it widens. So sad. Then what we do? Anybody they meet and they speak very amiably or amicably, we consider them separate from us. We treat them as enemies. That's how the groups are formed in the same temple. But I want to say one story before I finish it, a very short time. Krishna, this world is designed to frustrate everyone. Even when Krishna comes, he is designed to, Krishna had to, can you believe? Indra. Kamsa wanted to kill only Krishna. But what Indra wanted to? Tomorrow is Govardhan festival. Indra wanted to, Krishna doesn't care, Krishna Krishna understands. But Indra wanted to kill all the Rajavasis, the cows. He wanted to wipe out Vrindaban from the globe. Did Krishna take away his service? Did Krishna kill him? Krishna forgave him. But 1 year before that, Brahma. And I'll have only 1 minute, I'll finish it. I don't know how many have been to Bhuvaneshwar Lingaraj temple. In the episode of Paundraka Vasudeva, Paundraka said, I am Krishna, you are not. Give me your chakra, conch disc, lotus and club. You give back Shankha Chakra Gada Padma. Krishna said, I will, no problem. But Kasiraj understood, Krishna is not to be, underestimated. Hey, be very careful. Anyway, Krishna cut off the head of Paundraka, he cut off the head of Kasiraj. Then Kasiraj had a son. He prayed to Lord Shiva and got the benediction from Lord Shiva. And he created Lord Shiva's abode is Kasi, Varanasi. He created a fiery demon that would come and destroy the entire Dwaraka. And this fiery demon, Dakshinagni, started annihilating entire Dwaraka. And Krishna was in Indraprastha. Immediately Krishna rushed to the scene. And he killed this fiery demon. Then Krishna declared war on Sudakshina. So Sudakshina needed help from Lord Shiva. So Lord Shiva came to the Sudakshina's rescue, the son of Kasiraj. And Krishna killed Sudakshina. Then to protect him, Lord Shiva came in. There was a battle. Lord Shiva released Pashupatastra. But Krishna's disc, for Krishna's disc there is no match. And Lord Shiva started running. The entire, Kashi was destroyed. Lord Shiva finally came and fell at Krishna's feet. I have a question for all of you. I take only 2 minutes. Hey, people are calling you, you're my best devotee, Vaishnavan Yatha Sambhu. You are sided with the Adharma, you are siding with my enemy, that who wants to kill me. What Krishna has to do? Or what we will do? We will not talk to them. When we cannot get along with people, we will take away their service actually. We will limit them, we will confine them. Krishna didn't do any of these things. And the top of it, Lord Shiva, his abode is destroyed. Krishna did not take away his service. Krishna gave him a wonderful abode, Ekamravan. This place in Bhubaneswar, this wonderful dham. Krishna said, stay here. Krishna said, you can do this to me? I'm upset. My Lord, please forgive me. Lord Shiva sought forgiveness. He asked for forgiveness. Krishna forgave him immediately. And he gave him this wonderful abode. So what is the lesson we can learn from this thing? Pray to Krishna, my Lord, give me tolerance. Give me patience. There is a wonderful saying by Saint Francis. Give me strength to understand before they could understand. Before being understood. Give me strength to understand. How difficult it is, Kali Yuga. Intense quarrel, and when we are alone, hypocritical. When we are together, we quarrel. Serious. When there is a quarreling, Krishna will withdraw. One gentleman said, when 2 people are quarreling in a temple, either or both want something other than Krishna. Either or both the parties want something other than Krishna. So then Krishna will withdraw. So I'm talking to myself. Patience, tolerance. Krishna did not take away the service of Lord Shiva and gave him a wonderful abode close to Jagannath Puri. And the prasad, goes to Lingaraj temple also. People, before coming to Puri, they take darshan of Lord Shiva. Hare Krishna. So how many times we should forgive? Lord Jesus was asked. 7 times? That is what is written. He said 7 into 7, 49 times. How difficult it is for us to forgive. So, thank you very much. I'm sorry I'm late and beyond time. Very grateful for your patient audience. But excuse me as your humble servant if I have spoken anything wrong. Thank you very much. Any question? Otherwise we'll end it. Our time is already up actually.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, hearing that for this verse, the point Prabhupada was making that in this Kali Yuga, the government will not be able to extract sufficient taxes because people will start hiding it, and then it'll lead to a very chaotic situation. And I think we as devotees can imagine how that chaotic situation will have some influence on us being able to carry out Srila Prabhupada and his mission. So my question is, why do you think that statement and similar other statements that Prabhupada has written in his books that indicate how the society will be very different in the near future, or some environmental catastrophe or some social disruption, how we can't seem to take that so seriously in practical steps? What are those inhibiting factors?
Prabhupada writing there, we'll make it very short, 1-2 lines. Prabhupada says rulers are corrupt. Anthaya Dhandi Upiyanvana Epishatantra Vrdam Nibandha. So, so when there is no propagation of spiritual culture and there is a sense gratification on the wholesale lot, what is Kali Yuga? Sense gratification is every yuga, it's there. Kali Yuga, it's on mass scales. Everyone. So, because Kali Yuga has so much sense gratification, there is no spiritual knowledge given to anybody, and Prabhupada called universities as spiritual slaughterhouses. And whatever result we are saying is that. That's it. That's what I can end. Thank you very much. I'm sorry I'm a little late. Very grateful. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki.